Wait a minute. No, you did. Hey, Jay. Hey, Jay. Jay. Jay, come back here. Jay. You disloyal, fool-ass, bitch-made punk. Jay! I need my money! Jay! Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay. All right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches. Huh? You think you can do this shit? Jay! You think you can do this to me? You motherfuckers will be playing basketball in Pelican Bay when I get finished with you. Shoe program, nigga. 23-hour lockdown. I'm the man up in this piece. You'll never see the light of who the fuck you fucking with. I'm the police. I run shit here. You just live here. Yeah, that's right. You better walk away. Go and walk away, because I'm going to burn this motherfucker down. King Kong ain't got shit on me. That's all right. That's all right. Shit. I don't fuck. I'm winning anyway. I'm winning. I'm winning any motherfucking way. I can't lose. Shit, you can shoot me, but you can't kill me. Yeah. Oh, what a day. What a motherfucking day.
So this line is delivered toward the end of training day, during Alonzo Harris's dramatic unraveling. So after a day spent dragging the rookie officer Jake Hoyt, played by Ethan Hawke, through a brutal crash course in corrupt street policing, Alonzo finds himself isolated, desperate, and betrayed, cornered by the very neighborhood and people he once ruled with an iron fist. Alonzo has just lost control, and his plan to use Jake as a pawn has backfired. And the neighborhood, once fearful of him, now stands by and watches as Jake walks away with the money Alonzo was counting on to pay off the Russian mob. And Alonzo, full of rage and disbelief, erupts in the now famous monologue here in front of the entire neighborhood. So let's break down this quote right here some more. So when Alonzo says King Kong ain't got crap on me, so Alonzo is comparing himself to King Kong, the legendary towering beast, a metaphor for unstoppable power and primal dominance. So by saying King Kong ain't got crap on him, Alonzo is declaring that he is more powerful, he's more feared, and more dominant than even the most monstrous of legends. It's a final frenzied attempt to assert his supremacy in front of a watching crowd. But this isn't a moment of strength. It's a mask, a burst of performative machismo that cloaks deep insecurity, panic, and realization that his empire is crumbling. So he's not speaking from a place of real confidence. He's clinging to the last shreds of control that he once wielded. And there also is a lot of symbolism to this, because with King Kong has often been interpreted as a metaphor for power misunderstood or out of place in modern civilization, and a creature that is feared and hunted despite being majestic, and a king brought down by a world that could not accept him. Now, Alonzo, in his corrupted way, he mirrors these themes. He rules his environment with brute force, manipulates the system, and walks the edge of power and destruction. And like King Kong on the Empire State Building, Alonzo is isolated at the top, shot down by forces beyond his control. But unlike King Kong, Alonzo is not a tragic hero. He's a man who chose this path, betraying others, corrupting justice, and using fear as his currency. His downfall is not due to misunderstanding, but to his own hubris and greed. Alonzo's outburst is also a desperate assertion of toxic masculinity. He equates dominance, aggression, and violence with being a man, with being the king. The King Kong line is the peak of his inflated self-image, but the reality is his badge no longer protects him. His lies have unraveled. The street no longer respects him, and he's alone. So by screaming this line, Alonzo tries to maintain an illusion of invincibility, But what's really happening is the death of that illusion. The neighborhood doesn't clap, they don't flee, they watch silently as Alonzo rants. No one fears him. And Denzel Washington, so his performance in this was absolutely incredible. So his delivery of this is electric. It is wild-eyed, it's loud and unhinged, with a rising desperation underneath the thunder. And it's important to note that Washington, he won the Academy Award for Best Actor for this role. And this scene also here exemplifies why he transforms from menacing and controlled to frenzied and broken in seconds. And you can see the layers, the rage on the surface, but fear underneath. And he performs like a wounded king roaring into the void with no army left to rally. So the themes that we see that are at play here is the first is corruption. See, Alonzo symbolizes how absolute power corrupts absolutely. His belief that he's above the law, above morality, even above King Kong, it shows how deep his delusion runs. And hubris. He thinks he's untouchable, that the streets, the law, and even the Russians, they won't dare to move against him. But hubris brings his downfall. And with justice, so Jake, by refusing to give him the money and walking away, he becomes the instrument of a more moral justice, one rooted not in fear, but in doing what is right. And finally, isolation, because despite all his bravado, Alonzo ends up alone, and his own community watches in silence. He's not the king anymore. He's a man screaming at ghosts. So King Kong Ain't Got Crap on Me is a scream from a dying king, a final delusional proclamation from a man who's just realized his kingdom never really belonged to him. It's a moment of tragic arrogance, wrapped in iconic cinematic fury. And this line lives on not just because it is loud or it's quotable, but because it's the perfect symbol of Alonzo's entire character arc. A predator who thought he was a god brought down by his own hands.